to lead this particular path. So what is that blueprint? Blueprint, in the blueprint is very much essential because we all expect you to become leaders. So for you to become leaders, you need to, in fact, take up something which is much bigger than you at this particular age. So hence, what is the experience that you have gained from the classroom, from these friends, from the teachers? All these things are very, very important because, what is important at the end of the day? Whatever may be the nation you belong to, because I'm told that, on the campus of Andhra University, we have got students from 49 countries, different countries. Some of our students also will go out, for studying, right? We are all, the children of this particular globe, children of this particular earth. Most important thing for a youth, whatever may be the country that you belong to, whoever may be your parent, sometimes your parent is a rich parent. Sometimes your parent may not be a rich parent. Sometimes your parent is a very educated parent. Sometimes he may not be an educated parent, right? Sometimes your parent has got that exposure. Sometimes the parent may not have the exposure. Sometimes, you have got a good structure in your physical body. Sometimes, we may not have possess that particular good structure. Sometimes the color of the skin, probably I think you are bright. Sometimes maybe you are dark. But you see here, very important, especially for youth who is leaving the university. What is most important for him? Not just the degree certificate, but a deep belief in himself. A deep belief. Yes, I am countable on this particular globe. Come what may, I am going to be counted. I am going to be counted because, I am never I will always have a deep belief in myself, in spite of the fact, despite the fact that my parent is educated, my parent is not educated, my parent is having exposure, all these things, you are always somebody to be counted, on this particular globe. That's very important because I have seen several youth, from various places, they do not carry that kind of, a self-esteem or that kind of a confidence or a self-worth. This is very important for because, from today onwards, you will have a beautiful 50 years of minimum span of work. 50, because you are just, 20, 21, 22, in your age. Next 50 years, a long career. That long career, for that, the basic building structure today is that confidence from within. From within, yes, I can do it, come what may. Andhra University, can always provide this kind of experience. I hope that you got this experience because, how are you? Are you comfortable here? Yes, totally a different country altogether. In a different country, from a different place, you were able to gel well with all the students over here. You were able to create an impact, on this particular campus. I've seen, I've met so many teachers on this campus. And, any teacher comes to me, he would always have a good word about all the foreign students on this campus. So that shows that, you're all wonderful students. You have got the discipline. You have come here, in fact, for a commitment to have, probably, I think, get some kind of knowledge, scholarship, all these things, which you did it. So I'm so happy because, on this particular campus of Andhra University, in fact, you were able to get that kind of an emotion. My advice to all of you, because now that you are leaving, one of the students, in fact, he made a mention of that great orator and inspirator, Martin Luther King. Yeah. Immediately, because now we have got this Google, all these things. I went through the Google. I searched for what is the best quote of Martin Luther King. Right? So amazed, it displayed back saying that, especially to, in fact, connect this youth emotionally towards their future, the words of him. Let me just recall the words of Martin Luther King, the words which he mentioned while addressing the students in a university, that towards the end, whatever profession that you may fall at, even if you fall at street sweeping, sweep the streets so well, like Michelangelo drew a good painting. Beethoven composed a wonderful music. Street the streets so well, like Shakespeare wrote wonderful poetry. Street the streets so well that the guests of heaven and earth will have to pause and comment back saying that there lived a wonderful street sweeper who swept the job so well. This is important because tomorrow you are going to take up some kind of a position. Whatever position that you enter into, you have to give that kind of a commitment towards excellence in whatever is the endeavor. That is very important. That is expected out of a student who is passing out of Andhra University. That's the wonderful gift that you can give back to this particular university and to the country India, because you flew long way from outside. You are here to in fact enhance your knowledge. You are here to get some kind of an experience. The greatest experience and knowledge what we can give you is only this kind of an inspiration that each one of you, you are born for a particular purpose. So first of all, what for you are born, that's very important. We are only just giving a degree to you. This is okay, a degree, but apart from that, what is happening within you, that's very important. You need to get back to that within and connect from there some kind of a hard work so that you can raise your standards to the next level. That's very important. Unless you raise your standards to the next level, unless you try to access from within that kind of a level of hard work, that kind of a level of discipline, in the times to come, you will not be able to script your success story. I hope and believe that definitely you will understand all these things, implement in the next endeavor of you, wherever you go, to the higher studies or to the job, and have that kind of some kind of a commitment towards achieving excellence and make a mark of yourself, so that your parents, your country becomes very proud. End of the day, the degree awarding university as well as this country also takes pride from each one of you, because we look at each one of you as a brand ambassador of this particular university. That's the reason why I am inviting all of you back to the centenary, because we keep talking outside that this is one university which has got a legacy, and this is a university that has created inspiration to several generations. But the future of Andhra University in fact is also going to be very high, and we will have some kind of a groundbreaking kind of things happening on this particular campus, because the next coming few years we have initiated so many projects are coming up. Those students who will be there for another 1 or 2 years, they see so many wonderful projects coming up on this particular campus. But for you, we are unfortunately not able to provide that kind of an experience. But even though we could not provide that experience to you when you are a student, I want some of you to come back and probably I think start some kind of startups in our campuses. The startups are meant for students. The student can be an Indian student or a foreign student, but we wish to in fact support even foreign startups also. In the upcoming startup center in the engineering college, we are coming out with a startup center. In the science college, we are coming out with a startup cell. In the science college, in fact I think in the pharmacy college also we are coming out with a startup cell. If somebody is having an idea, they can always approach the concerned principal, so that we will try to support your ideas. See to it that you also become an entrepreneur and go back and serve your nations. Right? So with these few words, let me once again thank each one of you for organizing this farewell function, and you are all the disciplined soldiers who lived in this particular university, and the soil of this university would always remember you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the brilliant address. Now we are moving to cultural performances, which will be done by the international student. But before we request our distinguished guest to please move to the congregation, may I please ask some of the students sitting on the front row to please move backward. Thank you. Guys, table. Please, the Afghanistan students should get prepared for their cultural performance. Then afterwards, Ramra Naduri, the Indian student. Please, after the Afghanistans, please make sure you prepare. Thank you. You can talk.